Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another Optc video, and in today's video, we're diving into the one team versus all double Momo Exp team, so you guys can maximize your assists by getting as much EXP as possible. Now, this particular team is a updated version of the one that I put out in the prep video. I did forget about the 2 turns of special reverse, so I did include Dendro on this team. Unfortunately, you lose Zoro, so you lose a lot of chain shenanigans, but we do have the 2 turns of special reverse with Dendro on this team. The video you're going to see today is with the prep team, but I'll have a chat why Dendro works better than Zoro in that particular variation. If you enjoy the video, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. With that said, let's dive into the first variation against strength. So, using double Momo is exceptional for this particular piece of content. He has end of turn damage, he gets around resilience, he gets around the bind, he has block or manipulation with his super type, he can get around damage reduction, and he can get around attack down. So he works so damn nicely. Plus, with this particular team, you can actually get access to his super tandem, which is awesome because you have Dendro. Well, you don't have Dendro, but you will have Dendro over Zoro. You have Dendro, Oden-Toki, and Luffy, which means even at level 1, you'll still get that super tandem ability. Now, he's going to auto-trigger on turn 1. Just make sure to tap with your Momos, so that way you can extend his attack boost. Another reason his 4-turn attack boost is really good is because there is intimidation on some of these fights, and one of the intimidation is actually for your attack buff. So if you use an attack boosting special, it's actually going to get reversed by 1 turn. So Momo, he's so good for this whole 10-star Kizuna against Shanks, which is really, really nice to see. If you want as well, you can just double tap with the Wano Orbs and just let the end of turn damage of Momo do its thing. You don't actually need to tap like this, so it actually is a little bit faster than what you're seeing in today's video as well. But Dendro on this team is going to be your special reverse. You don't need it for this variation, but he's also going to help get Luffy's cooldowns ready to go for you as well. You get 5 turns of attack down on stage 2 against Yasop here, so you need to use one of your Momo specials, but Yasop's also going to have a barrier for Wano Orbs or a Tandem Orb, which kind of sucks, but look, it is what it is. You can use the Super Swap of Oden and Toki to get 3 Tandem Orbs, as well as a Wano Orb on Oden and Toki, so it all works out super nice here. You can use a super type of Momo here too. Try and keep like the Tandem Orbs if you want, but unfortunately there is going to be Block Orbs on the final stage, which means you're not going to get access to the Super Tandem for this particular team. So it's a bit of a shame, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's not going to be a huge problem with damage because you have some pretty hard hitters for this particular fight. There is damage limiter on the final stage against Shanks. He gives you Despair for 6 turns, which will go up to 7 after level 31. Plus, the Threshold will go up to level 6. But Dendro is great on this team, just a direct replacement for Zoro to completely remove the Threshold. And as you guys saw, I had the Cat Viper support on him, so that way I could actually get rid of the extra turn. But Zoro, up to level 30, is going to work. You can actually use the support on Zoro to get cooldowns for 1 turn, so up to level 30 you can use that, and that's going to work very, very nicely, being the Usopp, Rare Recruit Usopp support, if you guys want to just do damage to level 30, but after level 30 is when you're going to need the damage, so it's kind of redundant, so just use Dendro anyway. But with this team, you're going to have an Orb boost with Luffy, you have the chain tap timing shenanigans with Zoro. However, Luffy does give that tap timing as well, so you're not missing out on too much. And then Chopper on the second turn can give you resistance for your side characters, which 5 of your 6 with Dendro are going to be. So use him on the second turn when you can only use 1 special anyway, and that way you can just easily kill, no issues whatsoever. The Brook support, it doesn't matter, it's not for this variation, and you can easily take out Shanks. Onto the Tricolor now, the very wonky and weird variation of Quick, Dex, and Psy. It goes, Dex, Quick, Psy, Dex, Quick, I believe. I've been recording for a little while now, and I don't think I've gotten it right once. But, hey, look, we might have. Utilizing the double Momo team means that we can just wave clear turn 1. It's going to work exceptionally nicely and do very, very well for some extra speed. But everyone gets their cooldowns on this particular fight. This is where it gets a lot of fun. because you don't have to worry about stalling and whatever. Well, you don't have to worry about stalling anyway, but Chopper is going to have his special maxed. And this is where we actually need Chopper for stage 2, because against Lucky Roo, he's going to give you burn as well as 2 turns of hunger. So have your hunger maxed out on Luffy. That's definitely a necessity. If you don't have that, you are going to be in for a very, very bad time. Chopper's going to remove the burn, and he's going to heal. Plus, with the Brook support, you can get damage reduction, so that way you can tank the 100k that Lucky Roo's going to throw at you. Using the super swap of Odin and Toki gives you an orb boost here, which means you can just easily take out poor old Lucky Roo. And ideally, try and just save some of those tandem orbs if you guys want to have access to the super tandem of Momo on the final stage. As you guys saw there, he does that death damage. You should be able to tank it fairly nicely even without Brook, but look, with Brook, it definitely helps out. On the final stage against Shanks, he's going to put up 5 turns, which will go up to 6 with turns of damage reduction on the final stage. Momo is great because he gets around that. And then he has those like multicolored. He also has intimidation for orb boost effects. So this is why the 5 turns of Luffy is very, very nice. With that, you'll have an attack boost, an orb boost, and then Odin and Toki are color affinity. You can actually switch back into Toki, so that way Toki has type advantage against the dex variation in the middle parts. And then you can sort of time your taps to work out a bit nicer. But like I said, up to level 30, the damage doesn't really matter. You are going to hit very, very hard. And you can easily take down Shanks, no issues whatsoever. The tap timing of Zoro, it's just kind of there. Like I said, he's going to be replaced with Dendro, who's going to be a conditional booster, but you can't get the condition off anyway. So the be-all end-all is it doesn't matter all that much, so you can just easily take down this fight and easily kill. So there you go. Easy peasy. Let's move on to the next variation. Finally, we have the int variation, and this is where it gets fun, because we have a lot of type advantage here, and we have a lot of slashes, which means that extra resistance from Odin and Toki and their color affinity is going to go through the absolute wazoo. On this particular variation, Chopper gets his cooldowns once again, and he's going to be great for stage 2. Just like the previous 2 variations, you can just single tap with the Wano orbs, let the end of turn damage do its thing, and that way you can just easily kill the turtles with that, not even worry about like tapping through. So that's going to work quite nicely. You just want to sort of tap with those Wano orbs, so that way you're carrying that attack boost through. But with double Momo and all the cooldowns you get, like, it's not as essential as if you were using an Otama friend captain. This team doesn't work with Otama, by the way, just because Luffy won't get the cooldowns in time, which is a little bit of a shame, but look, it is what it is. On stage 2, you come up against Ben Beckman, who has Resilience. He gives you 2 turns recovery bind and a 80% HP cut. So this is where the Chopper comes into play. He's so good, because he gives you a full heal, plus he has the limit break ability to remove the recovery bind. And then with the end of turn damage that Momo starts with, he's going to actually get through the resilience on this Ben Beckman Lucky Roo stage. Nice and simple. Beautiful stuff. Once you do kill Ben Beckman, you move on to the final stage against Shanks. And against Shanks on this particular fight, I believe he has Intimidation to attack boost, base stats, and or buff effects. So a very, very, very annoying Intimidation, to say the least. Plus, he gives you 2 turns of Special Reverse. Now, up to level 30, it's just 1 turn, and that's why I was able to kill him. But this is where Dendro would come into play with his ability to give you the 2 turns of special reverse here. So very, very important that you can actually get that. I do believe this is... I don't know if this is the variation where you can't use a conditional boost. I think that actually is. So I think we're actually going to... Like, Dendro is actually going to trigger the interrupts on this fight. But let me know in the comment section below how it works. I was using the Zoro support on Momo, but if you have to use Dendro before everything else, like that's just not going to work out, unfortunately. You might have to use something like BBS or something like that. But hey, for now, it's working. It'll work up to level 30, and after level 31, we might have to make some adjustments. But that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to go down that bell, like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.